All right. I think my creativity has come to a new high or a new low, depending on how you look at this situation. I have a dangling pen hanging by a thread over my orange chair in front of my computer desk. So I'm going to take a seat, look up. Yes, I'm right underneath the business end of a pen hanging from the ceiling. Now, that's probably about the strangest, most unique situation that's ever happened on YouTube. Sitting underneath a dangling pen, hanging by a hair from the ceiling. And as I was saying, yes, could I get? I fished this out of the garbage, so I don't know if that's stealing. Kind of like I stole this paper cup that was used at work. So I don't think taking stuff out of the garbage is stealing. So am I hanging myself? I said to my boss recently as I was leaving, or as he was leaving one day, if you give enough rope to a man, he will hang himself. And I might be the poster child for that statement. And I also told him that if you give that man even more rope, he can build a bridge to anything. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is build a bridge to anything. So, all right, let's go back to Donkey. Where's Donkey? There he is. Nobody likes kisses. Couldn't find it. I searched probably for almost an hour trying to find that clip because I thought it was very important to this story. And I don't know if that pen's going to make it the whole length of this movie. It might fall on my head before I'm finished with my 8 minutes of footage. And if that happens, I will consider that beautiful symbolism. But I intend to let that pen hang there for as long as it holds. Right above my orange computer chair. The pen is mightier than the sword. Now, I'm going to go back to Wikipedia. And here we have the word Damocles. And here we have a picture of Damocles. Damocles is this guy right here sitting in the throne. This guy right here, his name is Dionysus. And he is a leader of the time. And this guy was a kisses to Dionysus. So Dionysus, in his wisdom, said, hey, you know what? Do you want to be a leader for a while? Look at this. You have all these beautiful women bringing you fruit, bringing you wine. You got all these honeys in the background playing you music on harps. You want to sit in my chair for a little while? And Damocles is like, heck yeah, that sounds good. But what Damocles didn't realize is that King Dionysus put a sword to dangle above the throne, hanging by a single horsehair. And all of a sudden, Mr. Damocles, was surrounded by all these honeys with the wine and the fruit and the harps playing. But looking up and seeing that sword dangling above his head made him a little bit uncomfortable. Have you ever heard the expression "hanging by a thread"? Well, it is the story of the legend of the Sword of Damocles that gave us that phrase that we use almost every day, hanging on by a thread. So that pen is hanging on by a thread. Also, another famous phrase came out of this story. It's called "heavy is the head that wears the crown." It's not easy being a leader. And sitting in a position of power a lot of times is being in a position of peril. Now, one of my good friends asked me yesterday if I still had a job, and I said, yeah, I still do have a job. And right now, I kind of feel like, yes, there is a sword looming over my head, hanging by a thread. And I think that at any time, if the powers that be, if Dionysus wants to cut that thread and have that sword drop on me, that can happen. And a lot of people would be scared, would be intimidated, and would be, freaked out by that situation. But I am not. I've had the philosophy every day when I've gone to work every day like it will be my last. I mean, that's a simple philosophy, and one of these days, sure enough, be it 20 years from now or today, one of my days going into work will be my last. So I'm going to make every day count. One Whereas Damocles was afraid to be sitting in this chair with that sword dangling over his head. Like, it wouldn't bother me at all. It wouldn't bother me at all. I do have a sword that I could dangle from the ceiling, but it's a little bit too big. I just don't think that one of my coworkers' hairs. Thank you again, Sheila, for donating your hair to my project. I added you as a friend on Facebook, so hopefully you can see this video and laugh and maybe understand me a little bit better. Lots of luck with that, but there's no way. I don't know. Maybe Superman's hair could hold up that sword from the ceiling. But the Sword of Damocles. I'm not a kiss ass. I'm not a kiss ass. And, you know, and people might say, well, maybe I need to start kissing a little ass being in this situation, you know, but I won't. I'm going to try and continue to do what I do, and let's try to make the workplace a better place each and every day. And I'm hoping that me wanting to sit in this situation, looking up at the Sword of Damocles, is proof that not that I'm a madman and have nothing to lose. It's just that, yeah, I'm willing to put my neck on the line to try to make this place a better place. And I have a lot of ideas on how to do that. And not all of them include putting pens on ceilings. I mean, that's just one of my ideas on how to make the world a better place. And hopefully I get a chance to showcase my creativity in a good way. But yeah, I don't know how long Damocles sat in that chair. My guess is not too long, because the sword dangling by a horsehair probably gave him an ulcer. But there's a song, and I probably could have looked that up on YouTube. It's like a country song about a guy who goes to the doctor and gets x-rays and finds out that he is dying, and then all of a sudden starts living life amazing, like having great adventures, going rodeo riding, climbing mountains, seeing eagles and stuff like that. Well, this might be the best thing that ever happened to me as far as my career goes. And then maybe sitting in this chair underneath that pen, I will really have some good ideas on how to make my job a better place. I need to get going. I got to get to work at probably got to leave around 2 o'clock, but I got a lot of other stuff to do before I hit the road. And hopefully my pen makes it until tomorrow so I can talk about it some more.